Welcome back to Analog Horror Nights. How are all you vital idols doing? You'll love to see it. We gonna get spooky, get a little creepy, a little eerie, a little bit unnerved. Yes, this is the last Analog Horror Night of 2025 before we move into the new year. As you can tell, my voice is a little bit shot, but that's a-okay. I'll take tomorrow off and give the throat some time to rest. Man, we've had a wild year since I started this show. About 3 or so months ago. I mean, I just need to add a little something extra. You know, not just covering the news and pop culture and politics all the time. And Temple Haters is great, the conspiracy theory stuff. But I like to get into the very obviously fictional. And these are such a great way to do it. I mean, we've done Vita Carnis Season 1. We've done the Greylot tape Season 1. And we just wrapped up all 3 seasons of Midwest Angelica. So I figured for the last stream, I was thinking about doing Vita Carnis Season 2, right? Vita Carnis Season 2 was all wrapped up. I thought maybe we'll do that one. But I thought, nah, it's the last one of the season, last episode of the year. Let's do a one-off. Let's do a one-off. So I checked out and I found Disk Drive. Now, I don't know what Disk Drive is. I know nothing about this, but what I do know is it's only got 4 episodes, and it is currently on indefinite hiatus. That is unfortunate. So, at least, I don't know if it's unfortunate or not. I haven't seen it. Don't know if it's any good. So, we'll see if it's any good. But, yeah, analog horror series called Disk Drive. And doesn't really have a whole lot of following. This is a really small time one. Which means, I imagine you guys don't know what we're in for either. So, yeah, we're going to get into this. It's going to be an awesome show before we get into the reoccurring stuff next week. We got 88 miles per hour. How you doing? Philip Morgan's in the house. Valiant Goat. UAF Omega. Spectral Heartless. Scotty Jesus. Whoa, I was expecting 1 a.m. start. You know what? I don't know what time zone you're in, but yeah, let me clear this up. Excuse me. Sorry. Like I said, guys, my throat is it is rough. But you said you were expecting 1 a.m. start. Let me explain how this show works. Every Saturday, for 3 years now, I've been a regular cast member on the show Saturday Night Hypnosis, ran by Hypnotic over on his channel. So, this show will always start right after Saturday Night Hypnosis, depending on, unless there's, there's always be exceptions to the rule, of course. But yeah, this show will always start right after that. Now, that show usually goes like 3.5 or so hours. So normally it'll be like a 10:30-ish start my time. But if that show goes long, 4.5 hours. Point is, whenever that show ends is when this show begins. That's why there's not exactly a full set time for Analog Horror Nights. Just Analog Horror Nights is whenever SNH is finished. So, y'all might need to subscribe to Hypno, watch the Saturday night stream where we talk all the gaming news before we get into this, or just keep an eye out on whatever time I have set, and that could change. We could be in the middle of SNH, and I'd be like, oh, I can tell this episode's going to go long. I'm going to readjust the time. So, yeah, if you guys are curious about why the times for this show, why the time start fluctuates, that's why. It is based on when the previous stream I'm on finishes for the evening. True Asset Warrior, how you doing? Scotty G, Matt Fun Cool, Blue Collar, listening to Zach's, like your panel better. What up, homie? Appreciate you. War Wizard, Fatlow the Green Skin, how you doing? I saw the Spectral, it's pretty cool. Bolt the Words, like button on the stream has a unique. Wait, what? No way. Hold on. I guess I gotta like my own stream. Hold on. Whoa! It does! It gives like a little spooky effect. Yo, that's awesome. I did not know that. That's wild. Well, cool. I don't know if it does that on mobile, but, alright. Saint Hugo 42 says Resident Evil 4 sucks. Hail and Leon. Well, you know that ain't true. You know that ain't true. You know that's bullshit. So because you depressed me, I'm going to depress you. Also, this is the only clip we play on Analog Horror Nights. And you know what? It'll get the vibe just right. And with that, let's get into Disk Drive. hit that super in a bit, bud.
Hold on.
So, I mean, I guess what we can obviously surmise from the first 30 seconds is this guy is, you know, playing some sort of video game. No, with a name like Disk Drive, I figure, yeah, there's going to be some sort of video game related, which, you know, that's my bread and butter. So, I like that we're going to be able to, for this episode, marry my passions of analog horror and video gaming. War Wizard for a two-banger. Now, something less depressing, please. Well, it's analog horror. There's probably going to be some depressing shit. Yo! We just got a Hold My DualShock raid. Shout out to the Hold My DualShock raiders. Katie, Andy, Merry friggin' Christmas. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, wonderful time with all your families, the traveling, the whole nine. Yeah, guys, Hold My DualShock, they're incredible. If you guys are in my chat and you're not subscribed to Hold My DualShock, I don't know what you're doing with your lives. You need to fix that shit. They're amazing. They're great people. Proud to call them friends. Guys, again, shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, I see chats coming now, say dually raid and whatnot. I don't know if YouTube just jumped the gun on me, but yes, again, shout out for the raid. Truly appreciate you. I want to make sure y'all know that I will sing y'all's praises. Anyone that's not subbed to the Doolies, make sure to sub to the Doolies. Again, they're incredible. Love them to death. Katie and Andy, this YouTube space wouldn't be the same without them. So, yeah, shout out. Thank you so much, Hold My DualShock. We're doing Analog Horror Night. What up, Jake? What up, Anthony? Let's get in on it. So that's interesting. So, obviously, our character that we're following is playing some sort of video game, right? Now, this area looks like an area from the back rooms, but this Analog Horror series, to my knowledge, has nothing to do with the back room. So I wonder if that's just like a little Easter egg. Yeah, because doesn't that look like the hotel from the back rooms? It was like a dream. This disgusting hatred you feel never actually leaves. Once it's grown, you'll see it in a new light. Oh, hold on. We can go back a bit. Once it's grown, you'll see it in a new light. Shoot it in the head and forget about. At first, it'll appear small and minuscule. You don't know it yet, but it'll pile up. That was a big mistake. You thought it's all my fault, you claim. You look through the lens and see the world differently, where you were always good at that. Little by little, that self-worth you once had starts to turn into some monstrous entity you never wanted to know. Oh, what up, Sexy Sevy?
Shit. Hey. Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Okay, so obviously our player character sounds like he's gotten a phone call from maybe the guy he's like testing the game for. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first few minutes of this first episode, so we don't know too much about what's going on. But I imagine maybe he's testing a game for a buddy or you know, the game dev or something.
I know. It's well, so far it's. No.
Yeah, interesting. The prefix of the messages. You know what? That's a good question. Let's run those back. All right. So A, C. Wait, no. All right. A, D, C, E, I, No, ADCEI? I mean, unless it's like a anagram or something. I mean, that certainly doesn't spell a word that I know of. ADCEI. What is that? Initialism or something? Whoop. There we go. ADCEI isn't a common acronym. Well, it'd be initialism, not an acronym. It refers to something specific in a technical or academic context. Like, well, it probably doesn't stand for Association of Diabetes Care and Educational Specialists. So yeah, keep note that was brought up. Not sure if that will have any relevance or not. Jake Martin coming in with a 10-banger. Fucking love Analog Horror Night. Thank you much, Leon. You're alright for a white dude. I do my best for a white dude. Sevi, as for, you asked what game this was. This isn't a game. On Saturdays, we do Analog Horror Nights. Now, this Analog Horror story seems to be somewhat related to video games, though. It's called Disk Drive. Anyway, let's skip back to where we were.
It's
well, there's a B
so
at the end,
far
so ADCEIB.
not a lot.
ADCEIB.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, I have to. Because it's... I know. Alright, I love you. Alright, bye-bye.
Okay. So he said I love you. Which means... I mean, I guess he could still be testing a game. But he was probably talking to like a family member or significant other or something. I don't know if they're tied to the game. But he said, I'm doing it now. So he's either lying to whoever he was talking to when really he's doing this game thing. Or he's doing this for whoever he was on the phone with.
Wait. Are you going to get...
What the... Is this supposed to do that?
Are you going to get...
Oh, okay, yeah, it's supposed to do. The counter's still counting. Okay, these feelings were never for you to see in life, but you're seeing them now. Oh, that's weird. I wonder if that'll be a theme.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's clipped out of bounds.
What the fuck?
And he wasn't expecting to do that. He says the fuck.
Just
Can you guys hear it all right? How's the audio on this on your guys' end? I mean, because this one's a little lower than some of the other analog horror stuff we've been listening to. So let me make sure that you guys are hearing the dialogue audio that he's saying. Because he whispered the fuck under his breath, for example, when he went to that wall. Audio seems fine. All right, cool. I just want to make sure you guys can hear that he's talking. Yeah, he's mumbling, exactly. Maybe the notes are supposed to be read in alphabetical order. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, but there was no F or G or H, and there was an I in there. Hold on to that theory, and we'll run it back depending on what we see later on in the video, or other videos. Oh, yeah, you're right. There was a G after the blackout. You're right. There was a G after the blackout. So I guess we're only missing the H, maybe? What up, Tiger King?
whatever. I shouldn't even notice.
Oh, what do you say?
I shouldn't even notice. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. I shouldn't even notice.
Man, I turned that volume way up on my end. I still couldn't make out what he said. Yo, that's a big-ass DVD player. Holy shit. That's like a Gen 1 PS2, baby.
Hey, JJ. I figured you'd probably want an explanation. Hey, JJ.
You call him Junior? I think you called him Junior.
Hey, JJ.
Oh, JJ.
I figured you'd probably want an explanation for what this whole thing is. And the short answer is just really wanted something that represented me. I've had regrets my whole life. Felt like from the very start there was nothing really left for me. But you were never one of my regrets. There was a time I had felt trapped in a dark, dank room with no discernible way out. Days had turned to weeks, turned to years, and you come along. You showed up with a flashlight in hand, so to speak.
Fuck, man.
You, JJ. So, if you're wondering why I'm really doing this, it's because I've never felt like I amounted to anything substantial. And some small thought thinks that maybe, just maybe you could help me change that. I don't know. And, God, I couldn't say it before, so... God.
Alright, so our boy JJ's crying. You can hear him sniffling up and stuff when he's muttering under his breath.
I couldn't say it before, so let me say it now. I love you. I love you so dearly, JJ.
Alright, so this is like... This must be his dad. I'm assuming this is his dad and his dad's dead. Is what it sounds like.
I truly do. There's more.
No, I think this is his father, because he said, he says I love you. He says, when you came into my life. He's talking about regrets and how this guy, like, he said you were never one of them. Like, kind of how like parents, either regret or don't regret having their kids. I think this is his dad.
We're here, if you can find it. So please don't give up. I believe in you, son.
Alright, yeah, I believe in your son. So, okay, this is his dad. Mind you guys, like I said, I know nothing about this. Because I do so much analog horror stuff, my feed, my recommended feed, gives me, feeds me ideas and whatnot, and I saw this, this video titled, The Game That Haunts You or something, and I clicked on it, and it literally opened with the lines, something along the lines like, in this analog horror, and I was like, oh, stop, pause. I thought it was just gonna be like a video game urban legend thing, but when they said analog horror, like in the intro, I was like, fuck, alright, well, we're just gonna actually cover it on the stream then. So yeah, I don't know anything about this.
I mean that. Believe in you, son. I mean that.
Catch you later, Hugo. The game crashed. I'll try to mess around with it a bit more and see if anything's off. And that is the end of the first episode. So there are 4 of these. There are 4 of these episodes, and then the show is on, from what I read, because I wanted to see if it was finished or not before we committed to doing this one tonight. It is on indefinite hiatus. Apparently the guy that makes these had some sort of issue with his computer, and he is just currently unable to make content, so it is on indefinite hiatus. So the 4 episodes we're going over tonight, that is All of it. We are doing all of disk drive in this one sitting.
Let me start over. Okay, I'm gonna try and talk more, but it's. I'm gonna try and talk more, but it's. I just want you to keep in mind that it's gonna be hard.
All right, I'm going to turn the volume up a bit on this one. Since our main character seems to mumble a lot. Let me know if the audio is too much.
This is a very, very serious thing for me, and I just wanna hear his voice again. I wanna hear his voice again.
Did adjusting the audio seem to help? Like, was the background stuff too loud? Are you guys still hearing it fine? Did that help with the vocal, with the voice audio? Let me know.
I wanna hear his voice again.
I'm going back to check that red message right now. I had my ear to the speaker, so I wasn't watching the screen. Disk drive start log. Yeah, that's all it was. It's just him clicking on disk drive start log.
I don't wanna go over there. Okay. I'm thinking I was told that maybe I should try.
Okay, so he clipped through the wall again.
Oh, okay.
I started falling off for like 20 minutes, decided to just cut it out. Alright, he's in a totally new location now. Interesting.
It's a house. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I know.
That looks like a pill bottle. So, he hears his dad on the DVD player. His dad's dead. He's crying. He said he wanted to hear his voice again. And then we get what looks like a pill bottle. You think his dad overdosed? Yeah, 5-hour energy? No. That's not 5-hour energy. This is a 5-hour energy. Notice how the top of the bottle is quite a bit longer. No, I'm wondering if his dad OD'd.
I'm not. I know I'm not saying much, but it's just everything.
Oh, yeah, okay, or maybe it's pretty fucked up that I went straight to ODing. Yeah, maybe his dad was sick. That's also a possibility, yes.
It feels like it's happening all at once. So.
Alright, let's see if we can figure out, is this a real kind of medicine?
So.
Oh, okay. Dexmethyl. Yeah, we're just gonna have to Google that. Dexmethylphen. Dexmethylphan, brand names including Foxalin or Foxalin XR, is a central nervous system stimulant medication primarily used to treat. Oh, it's ADHD meds. I should have known that with fucking the fact that there's, you know, it's an amphetamine in the fucking name. Okay, so it's an ADHD med. Interesting. Oh yeah, I might need to add the hydrochloride part. You might be right. Okay. Oh yeah, still the same. Still the same. Oh, and you gotta press a button to focus. Interesting.
It's just a lot.
No, I appreciate you guys calling me out and making me be thorough. Yeah. Yeah. For analog horror, you definitely gotta be thorough. So, speaking of, I was talking over him, so let's go back and see what he said.
It's just a lot is going on at once, and it's hard to try and keep up with it, especially mentally. And I'm not exactly the best commentator, especially when it's stuff like this. So, okay,
What do you mean, what was the message from video 1? Can you elaborate on what you mean when you say what was the message from video 1? Because quite a bit seemed to happen just in the first video alone, although it seemed to be like a lot of setup stuff. Do you mean like what we was reading in the, yeah, we'll do this. Go back to episode 1. Message is right about here. So this is the message. Oh. I get what you're saying. Yeah, when we get to E. Okay. So yeah, you know what? We'll keep... That was a big mistake. You thought it's all my fault, you claim. So yeah, we'll keep this one tabbed and defer to it anytime we see keys. Good idea.
okay, maybe. Okay,
Alright, another
This is-
disc.
a lot different.
Whoa, what the fuck was... I won't lie, guys. I already got like the hairs on my fucking arms standing up. Didn't know what that was, but that was alright. I like it. Let's go. It's building atmosphere, baby.
Oh God, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't.
I'm sorry for your loss.
The inflection of the voice changing is getting weird.
Oh God.
That's not good.
Please. Please don't.
Alright, so it looks like the white, now this angle I'm able to tell, it looks like that white is supposed to, like, symbolize a tie, so maybe this was, like, his boss, or maybe his dad's co-worker. Somebody, or maybe somebody, oh, people at a funeral, you dress in all black at funerals, maybe this is somebody that was at the funeral.
Don't do this. Don't do this. There's so many things. There's so many things you could do with this. Please don't do what I think you're gonna do.
Please don't do what I think you're gonna do.
Ugh, I'm sorry for your loss.
What a dick.
Do it, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's
Oh yeah, subtext is something like, get it the fuck over it already. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, my question is this all just supposed to be the same person? Or is this one little avatar a representation of multiple people in his life getting more and more exhausted with him, like, still dwelling on his dad's death? I don't know if it's one person or multiple people. Another DVD player, alright.
They just never care enough, and I mean, usually that's not a problem, because I can just stay in my fucking cubicle and be quiet, but this time it's just different. Ever since the divorce, the guys have been distant. Mita's been telling Josh that he fucking can't visit me as often as he can, which is
Wait, you say he can't visit me as often as he can? Hold on, just run that back.
telling Josh that he fucking can't visit me as often as he can, which is bullshit, by the way. Feels like I'm looking at a stream of light from some unknown area or whatever, and I'm trying to grab onto it and climb up this hole, but I can't. And the worst part about it is, if I were to die right now, there'd be so many people at the fucking funeral.
Yeah, I like the idea of his dad's journal entries. JJ, yeah, Josh Jr. That might be it.
Not a single fucking person would care. Except Josh. But even then, my hope isn't too far gone.
Wait, what was that?
My hope isn't too far gone.
Something too far gone? One more time.
But even then, he isn't too far gone.
It sounds like you said my fears are too far gone. Oh, he isn't too... Maybe it's he isn't too far gone. Yeah, that's possible. And yeah, it does seem like this one's going to be heavy.
When he died, I just felt so angry. And I know I shouldn't have. But I couldn't get past the thought that maybe it was me. Maybe I did. And I can't understand why. Why would you leave me? Why can't you come back?
So homeboy's blaming himself for his dad's death. That's rough.
He was always so worried about what I meant to him. But I don't know if he ever stopped to think that maybe he meant something to me.
It's making me anxious too, Scotty.
I need a break. I can't do this right now.
Alright, so that was the end of the second episode. This is the third, so we're halfway through, but I need to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. One sec. There we go. You guys got a chair stream for a moment. Alright. Episode 3. We're back out in that hotel courtyard. Is this horror or depression? Well, I heard it was analog horror, but, we'll see. Hey, you say no horror, just heavy, but let me tell you, when you're sitting in a completely dark room, focusing on this, and then he turned the corner and there was that mannequin thing there was some chills. Alright, hold on. So that's, this down here, these symbols were never here before. That's new. So we got what looks like a magnifying glass, an ear. Is that supposed to be like a farm? It's like a crane, a pound sign, a boarded up home. I don't know what that is next to it. Like a yield sign and then like some oil. You got an eye. And then, I mean, that one on the far right could be really anything. A bank, a mausoleum. I initially thought it was going to be the 5 senses, because you got the magnifying glass for sight, you got the ear for hearing, but then you got an eye over there, it'd be sight again, I don't see the other senses. Yeah, I thought the right was the bank emoji as well. Looks kind of like an umbrella on a beach. Okay, that's a good call, yeah. I am not sure what to make of this. I'm sure it's incredibly relevant. You don't just throw something like this in for nothing. But I'm not sure what to make of it. So, eyes and ears, obviously. I mean, again, that's the 5 senses. Or 2 of the 5 senses. The bank, I mean, the dude was bitching about the cubicle. Maybe he was having, so he's at work. The dad, that is, so maybe he was having financial troubles. Obviously, in the previous episode, there was that one house he entered. Maybe that you've got the house closed off now because there's some bad shit happen to that house. All right, let's keep going. Oh, this is a totally different kind of room. You like this. The house boarded up. Maybe a foreclosure. Oh, foreclosure. Maybe they closed it to build something there. Yeah, a foreclosure of the bank. That's an interesting idea. All right, this is something you like. Hangman news with a hashtag. Maybe something to do with social media. Maybe, but I mean, given the retro style, like this very 90s look, social media wasn't really a thing then. This one's definitely a thinker. We've done a whole lot more extrapolating than we've done on some of the previous ones. But it's not because you enjoy it. Forever is not forever. Because forever never existed. But it did, and you were late. Oh, this is some cryptic shit. It makes sense, actually. Oh, talking about the foreclosure? Yeah. You spend very little time here. You'd rather die than cook. But if you don't cook, you might die. You ponder this antithetical decision. You look at what you think is you, vehemently denying every fragment of the light is what you do best. So you'll stick to that. It'll be different because you think it's about little by little. Wait, it'll be different because you think it's about little by little. But it's really about starting when you think about that it's really about starting. The lack of comments has bothered me. But when you think about that, you just wander elsewhere. But that's fine, I guess. You know what? That was ADHD medication. These are all a bunch of run-on sentences with seemingly random thoughts. I wonder if they're tied together. The ADHD medication from the second episode. These just scatterbrained sentences with no punctuation. I wonder if there's a link there. Do what you do best. Your worst. Damn. Alright. You think this is where you're most productive. Okay, that's a computer. Like visually speaking, like, okay, so this looks like a computer monitor. So he's most productive at his computer. That's obviously where he's playing the game. So I wonder, what were these other things on the wall? I wonder if we can, because I mean, I just assumed that was like a painting. We saw the stove earlier. Yeah, this seems to be a stove because you spend very little time here. You'd rather die than cook. It says nothing is forever, and this looks like an ashtray. This may be a TV, then? Wow, he types like I do. I have ADHD as well. Yeah, that might be. Painting as some texture as the house from the previous video. Yeah, I noticed that as well. I didn't know if that was relevant or not, but yeah, I noticed that as well. You think this is where you're most productive? But money is like time, and you've gone bankrupt. Alright, so you got a bit of a double meaning there. We had the foreclosure, the house, and that symbolism. Plus, you know, the loss of time. So the metaphor and the literalism. You're constantly losing focus, and some days you sleep more than work. Okay, again, that's a very ADHD thing. Your knowledge is that, and to your knowledge, that is undeniably abhorrent. You gave him albums for his birthday. His enjoyment was all you needed. Okay, so this definitely, this seems to be about the father, not our main character, not JJ. So JJ is like reliving his dad's trauma in this game? Is that, I mean, sounds like, I mean, yeah, it sounds like depression. But again, the medicine was ADHD medicine. But then again, maybe maybe you can use it for both. Let's find out, actually. Is not approved by the FDA as a standalone treatment for depression. Should not be used to treat severe depression. So, either he's using the wrong drugs, or maybe it's not depression. By the way, it definitely seems like through this video game, he's using his dad's, he's like reliving his dad's anxieties, traumas, whatever it may be. I would say maybe the dad made this for his son to help him cope with his inevitable death. That's definitely a theory, although it's a pretty harsh way to do it, given what he put in this game. How much you can give before you can't give anymore. House is almost metaphysical to you. Hold on, let's back up a bit. Oh, okay. This is the house from that second video. You got the mountain ranges in the back. This is the exact same house. A house is almost metaphysical to you. Obviously it's there, but you know it isn't so superficial. You look at the house and see this abomination. This cancer that reminds you of your worst moments. Now that's an interesting choice of words. This cancer that reminds you of your worst moments. Because I actually thought, and I thought maybe I was dumb for thinking so I didn't bring it up. In the second episode, alright, no, he's in the house. I thought this looked like flesh, right? The house looks like flesh. So, it's a tumor, maybe. You know, maybe this is a tumor? Or some sort of fleshy growth? Hey, what up, LMA? It's been a minute. I hope you're doing good, girly. We've missed you. So yeah, this cancer reminds you of your worst moments, and then when you look at the house, it literally looks fleshy. Interesting. But home is where the heart is. And we got another disk drive.
Today was actually pretty good for a change. For the first time in maybe 6 months or so, me and Josh got to spend the weekend together. And it made me feel happy. Okay, there was this one moment that I can't exactly shake. Me and Josh had just sat down to dinner. He was drinking milk with his spaghetti, and as he went to grab the cup, it fell over and spilled over the table. Nothing was said. He just looked at me and went pale. I admit I wasn't mad, but I told him to just be careful next time, and when I got back, he just was sobbing.
I wonder how much of this story is true, how much of it the dad's trying to convince himself that he didn't yell, that he wasn't angry when really he did. Maybe there's something that happened in the past that would make Josh react this way. I know this is a tangent, but from personal experience, I know ADHD meds can cause depression. Maybe that's the meds are pushing him down a dark rabbit hole. There's an interesting thought there. All right, let's keep going.
His hands were trembling too. I put my hand on his back as he flinched, like, badly. I asked him what was wrong, and he said something along the lines of pressure from coaches and school being difficult, and he just kept bottling it up. I told him that he could always rely on me and his mother for help, and he just looked at me with these wide eyes. And it terrified me a bit. Terrified me a lot, actually. He kept apologizing for the rest of the day, and I kept telling him there's no need to. I texted Josh about it before his mother could take his phone.
Okay, there we go. I texted Josh. That gives us an idea of the timeline here. I texted Josh about it. So texting didn't really become commonplace until, what would you guys say, like around 2005 was when it started to become common? And give your kids cell phones with texting, maybe even later, 2007 maybe? So that gives us a pretty decent idea of the timeline. Why did the mother take the phone? Was she keeping the father away actively? Well, yeah, I had that same thought, but I'm sure we'll get to that in a moment, because we did cut off in the middle. I was texting in the late 90s. I mean, maybe, but that was not commonplace. And it certainly wasn't commonplace for kids. You got to think about, yeah, text costs money to text. Yeah, I mean, I remember 50 cents per every text. Yeah, I mean, I was doing that as well. But again, like, logistically speaking, you would be the outlier. That's not the normal thing. So I think we're sitting somewhere around like 2005, 2007.
All I could get out from him was I could take his phone. I texted Josh about it before his mother could take his phone. All I could get out from him was, and I'll be okay. I'm worried that I might believe him. I'm worried that I might believe him.
I'm worried that I might believe him. So it sounds to me like the dad wants to do his best for his son, but he also, like, he's so, focused on other stuff that he's not going to notice any of these, potentially negative things that are going on in Josh's head. Josh being the character we're following that's listening to this right now. There's a lot to unpack in this one. This one isn't even scary so far, man. This is just rough. Yeah, is the mother abusing Josh? That's a very interesting question.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Okay. What the fuck? That looks like a beating heart in the background. Like a giant pulsating aorta and shit. That used to be a door. Hold on. We'll roll this back. Watch this. It is pulsating.
Jesus.
And that's where the episode ends. Alright, we are on the last episode. We are on the fuck. I guarantee you this shit not getting resolved in no 10 goddamn minutes. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Alrighty. Oh, shit! That got me. It's been so chill this whole stream. Nothing scary has happened at all. I was not expecting the glitch. Damn. Alright. Alright, that one got me. Well done. Well done. I need to be on alert now. I did call it, by the way, though. I said that was a heart.
Oh. Alright.
Homie got the dual wheel perk. Alright, the table and chairs have changed locations from where they were in the first episode. What is that at the top right? A mini map?
Okay.
Oh, it's a... Okay. Okay, this shit getting mighty spooky. Hold on, I'm gonna make my camera a little smaller so that you guys can see what's going on screen. We might be in for that good spooky shit for the last 8 minutes or so. Let's go.
Where the fuck did the heart go?
What did they say in the last episode? Anybody remember? Anybody remember one of the lines from the last episode that had to do with a heart? I'll wait for you in the chat. The heart was mentioned. I totally didn't even think about it until just now. How much blood's left in the heart? There's that quote. Home is where the heart is. Yeah, they said in the last episode, home is where the heart is. And then they said, but something along the lines of, like, he never believed in that. Yeah, bingo, Luigi. So now that he entered... So this is his home. The heart was like the key item needed to access home.
All right, finally.
That was loud on my end. Was that loud for you guys?
Okay, so I've had this idea. I jotted it down just a while ago, but I had this idea for a game about exploring these, like, different areas in just this world, and in those areas, they'll spell out the development of, you know, like whatever kind of project I'm working on, or something, whatever this turns out to be. I think it's a pretty novel idea, all things considered. It's not like I win, like, Game of the Year or anything, but it's a start, and that's the main thing. If I ever do try out that idea, though, but this... will probably be a part of the game itself, I suppose.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, interesting. So, that's different. Okay, I was about to go back, but never mind. He turned to see it. All right, so we've got these same what we thought were mourners before. Oh. All right, maybe I'm reading into it too much, but hold on a sec. Does this not look like a bunch of people surrounding a casket? Like, is that not what it looks like to anybody else? You got all the people surrounding. I mean, obviously, it's the fucking DVD player. He's gonna play what his dad has to say, but to me, this looks like the funeral.
The development is going along, I guess. I just don't really feel it, I guess.
Interesting. So I imagine that's Lil Josh.
JJ's been pretty good at keeping me motivated. He gets pretty intrigued by all the 3D game stuff I end up working on, but I've done nothing but model the start area. And even then, it's not much. I just wonder if this is actually even worth it. That all this time I put into this is even being worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm hearing the rebreather as well.
These deathlogs are just turning into me dumping my problems. But I don't really know anyone else I can talk to about this. Maybe Josh, but even he doesn't really need to hear all this.
No, I don't think the dad was on a ventilator because, like, his speech doesn't seem to be, like, have any sort of issues. We're hearing that in the background, like, as a secondary effect. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the father's breathing or speech patterns. I don't know if they're related.
You know, I'm so sick of being everyone's fucking outlet.
Alright, so we about to get a breakdown from our boy JJ. Alrighty.
Like, I just don't want to be the outlet to people's emotions like this. I can't have control over anything. Like, I feel like I need to do this. Like, I feel like I'm forced by something to keep playing, because if I don't, then what the fuck does that make me? Right? I don't know. The funeral was a while ago, so maybe I'm I don't.
Did you hear someone say, did you hear, yeah, he mentioned, yeah, under his breath, he said, Jesus fucking Christ, yeah.
I feel like people try to put me in this fucking box, and I have to deal with enough awful shit already. And they put me in this box where I have to worry about their own personal baggage, that they never bothered to give me in life.
Well, considering that line right there, I'd say you're spot on, Jake. Yeah, maybe his dad made this game as a kind of self-therapy. JJ found after his death, missed his dad so much he felt compelled to play it. And considering he just said they didn't even tell him this in life, I mean, now he has to deal with it even after their fucking death. So yeah, I think he just hit the nail on the head.
If I'm defiant of my own dying father's final wishes, then what the fuck does that make me? Like, I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't hate my dad, but he's a fucking coward.
Based? Question mark? Alright, before this, see if there's anything in that initial glitch. Yeah, that, the heart is back, even though it's in his hand. Oh, man, that's such a good sound effect. Are we looking at a tombstone here, or are we looking at another DVD player and a door? It looks like it says DVD there, but, like, notice how it has the tombstone shape. It's the forest scene? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is the forest scene. You're correct. But I'm wondering what this big rectangular block is behind. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Sorry, guys, we're going frame by frame, so. Alright, we're just gonna let this section play out. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit. I'm gonna let this section play out.
What the fuck? Fucking stop, dude. Fucking stop.
I'll get you guys comments in a bit.
I don't wanna.
I'm sick. I feel so awful about who I am and the decisions that I've made and the complete idiocy that is my own personal responsibility. I've failed everything. Everything I've ever tried to accomplish. I'm a fucking failure. There's nothing left for me. The only reason I've kept development on this fucking game is because if I'm going to, I don't want Josh to think anything is his fault. I want to express my feelings and whatnot. Maybe this is a bad idea, and I never wanted to put any pressure onto him in the first place, but I couldn't just let him assume that it was his fault, or he did anything wrong.
I'm so fucking stuck.
I love my son.
I'm so fucking stuck. so
I'm
fucking
sorry.
stuck. I'm so
I
fucking
shouldn't.
stuck. What the fuck do I do?
And that is the end. That is all there is of this series so far. Damn. Yeah, it was an ex. Yeah, I noticed there was only one parent with the child as well. She noticed the glitch started after his dad, after he said his dad was a coward. Yeah, sure did. Holy fucking sadness, Batman. Yeah, blue balls. No fucking joke. Damn. And this episode came out 2 months ago. 2 months ago, man, 1,100 views. Oh, we need to be reading the descriptions. Yeah, feeling sick. I honestly want to escape from this shit. What do these other ones say? Just trying to figure this shit out. My dad kept a lot of things from me, mostly his feelings. From what I can understand, my granddad wasn't as nice as he is now. Well, he's kind of dead now, but regardless. Anyways, my dad would want this kind of sort of archived here. So here's his weird NeoCities website. When that's supposed to be riff on GeoCities. I think it was originally a GeoCities, but got moved over or whatever. This one took a lot out of me, so it might be gone for a bit. Edit extreme TW for this website. The Discord discovered many vent pages that contain suicidal ideation, familiar trauma, and many other things. What? Welcome to my portfolio for all your gaming needs. This website serves as both a way to explore my works and commission them. I pride myself on trying my best to work hard in order to get things done. I'm self-taught coding, design, modeling, and as you can tell, web work. I hope you find the things you need. I'll be waiting. Hours of operation, Monday through Wednesday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays not available. Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contacts here. Phone number no longer in service. You can click email, and then it pops up, and then it just goes blank. Oh, wait, no, it might be because I don't use Outlook. All right, well, I'm not worried about that. Website managed by... No, get out of here. Website managed by Michael Anthony Johnson, 2015. Ported to NeoCities. Just click games. Yeah, very 90s website. Yeah. JJ needs a friend, dude. Goddamn, no kidding. So change the music, and this isn't analog horror. It's just a creepy therapy outlet. No, this is definitely analog horror. There's some lore here. There's some lore. First game I ever conceptualized originally was going to be a top-down game about collective dongles and giving them to your boss for money. However, the idea eventually flourished into an interesting concept of a game. Think Peggle, but instead of a dumb horse / unicorn-looking thing talking to you, you shoot dongles at your boss, compliments you if you do well. So excited to be in work on this amazing immersive journey. It's a bit of a work in progress. We'll get there. You got this, what I imagine is the boss, looking like the devil. Oh, no, wait. Oh, this is a different game. All is sunny with Satan. So get this, you're your friends and or family in a game show, and the host is Satan. So now not only are you going to have to win the game to stay alive, you need to make sure Satan gets a good chuckle on the way there. Fun for the whole family, am I right, guys? Disk drive, the last one. Oh, that's all it just says, the last one. Okay. The man behind it all. You gonna load? Hover over the email, you see the email address. No, it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, clicking the man behind it all doesn't take anywhere. Okay. Interesting. Disk drive number 1. To those who actually end up watching this, I'm documenting this stuff my dad wanted me to record. Take of that what you will. Hey, Josh's dad, I know this might surprise you, and I'm sorry things worked out the way they did. Please don't blame yourself for anything. That's never what I want from you. If things get tough, don't hesitate to lean on someone. Life will be rough on you. People will beat you down until there's nothing left, but you need to stand strong and be that strong little man I've always known you to be. Your birth was the first time in my life I felt a calling or a purpose, you could call it. You're special. Never forget that, my boy. Record everything you want. Alright, so that's why he's recording all this. Record everything you uncover, for my sake at least. Love, Dad. Phone call, my mom got in the way. Here's what the signal, here's what the sign said but missed. F, don't make this about you. Make it about them. Oh, he's okay, so yeah, we didn't get an F or an H, so don't make things about you. Make it about them. It'll never be the same. I'm sorry. I'm selfish. I'm sorry. Interesting. All right. This is to document some things from my dad. There's a Discord. I might look into that on my own time. I don't know if that's safe to do on stream. Alright, so the first one got 1,500 views. These two didn't do particularly well. This one got 1,100. Man, this is, Oh, he's got posts. I just realized I can use this now. My fucking mom just texted me to stop uploading like she knows what's best for him. What? Bugger that eye. Bugger that eye. Home is where the heart is. I was following suggestions that was given in my Discord and felt past the valley. This and a loud sound blared my screen. Everything I do leads to this screen. I don't know what to do. Well, that's ominous. I've been getting a lot of messages on my Discord. Many of them have been concerning, and I want to address them. My father was not abusive in any way, shape, or form. He may have been sick mentally, but he was not abusive. He had problems, but he never hit me or made me feel belittled. The creator of my father's website was my father. My mom has berated me to announce this. So I will do that here. She is not the creator of the website. She has no part in the website. My dad put her email on the website for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things he does. If I did, I'd be long gone. 3, you're free to speculate about the game and what things mean, but please, for my sake and my late dad's, please be respectful. As much as I hate to say it, this past year hasn't been great for me, and I really don't know how to process many things healthily, so I apologize if I'm rude or indifferent towards you. Things are not great. Thank you to you all for being so kind to me. This game and everything in it has taken such a big toll on me. I'm so appreciative of the kind words that have been sent. Once again, thank you. Interesting. So, this is, I mean, at the end of the day, this seems more like a, I mean, obviously it is an analog horror sort of, series. Feels like we just, like, it sucks that it's on hiatus, because It looks like he was putting out episodes every couple months, every few months. I might check the Discord to see if there's any updates on my own time. Because there's an interesting concept here. It plays almost like an ARG. Can I open the website and view the code? Yeah, one sec. Actually, I've still got the website open. Alright, so this is the code. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want me to look at. Kind of like the idea of us watching something that hardly anyone else sees on YouTube. Yeah, me too. I think this is super cool. Are all these projects fictitious world building for are all these other projects fictitious world building for the yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is. Absolutely. This is all world building. Like it in a very ARG fashion. Yeah, no comments or anything that I'm seeing. Sources. Failed to load resource. Currently recording network activity. Page failed to load style sheet from URL. I've had resources 1. Yeah, I'll check out the Discord on my own time because just in case the Discord is not completely in character, I don't want to break any immersion, but it might be completely in character, so we'll see. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. I really don't know if there's much more to do. I will link the channel. I'll absolutely link the channel. I'm going to give it a sub myself as well, just so I can keep up with it. Alright, there's the channel. Yeah, this was good. This was interesting. Definitely a unique one to end the year with. But I think there's some serious potential in this series. If he's able to get back to it and make more of these videos, I think there's some serious potential in these. But alright, crew. I think we out for the night. Shout out to everybody that came through. Let me see if there's anybody live. We'll raid. Let me see if there's anybody live. We'll raid. Give me one moment. Let's see. Who is live? Melee Games are live, so we're gonna raid them just like we did last night. Alright, crew. We out here like 4 circles. I'll dive deeper into this. We'll do another one next week that's gonna be a completely different series. Oh, you're right. Zax is live. Wait, is Zax still live? He wasn't on my list. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me see if he's actually still live, because he was not on my list. And normally, Zax would show up if that was the case. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zax is live. Alright, so we're going to raid Zax. I have no idea why he didn't show up on my list. We're going to raid Zax. You're right. Let me change the redirect. Sorry, Melees. You guys got a raid last night. It'll be Zax tonight. Now he's showing up on my list. There we go. Alrighty. We're raiding into Zax. We're getting out of here. Thank you so much to everybody who donated. I'm just going to end the stream so it goes right to his show. And I'll see you guys for the next streams and videos. Make sure to check out everything else on the channel. Deuces.